2023 Val di Sole, so a new paint job for Track Factory Racing, DH. And yeah, so everyone has got the same paint. So 4 riders, 4 bikes. It's pretty cool.
So what's different about Val di Sole than any other track on the World Cup circuit?
Oh, it's rough, it's steep, and it's really demanding, and on the bike, on the body, on everything. On the wheels, we have a bit of secrets, and we're gonna try to not share too many secrets, but yeah, everything is quick and everything is different a little bit, and yeah, so that we have a little plan already.
So in Lenzerheide you're running the small rotors, you're still running the small rotors on the rear?
Yeah, correct, yeah, still 180 on the rear with the red special caliper, which is really good. That's the new Code RC, so basically the same as the previous one, the full black one, but it's got a longer ratio on the lever. The same power, but just everything better, and with that special calipers that they made last year, it's really good on the rear when you need power. You know, if you go like straight or whatever, you just power is here, so we like power.
Well, this is a UNNO ever prototype frame. We're still working on developing, but I think we're really close to the main bike we will be racing this season. Honestly, it's pretty similar, cinematic to the old version of the bike, just like a lot of changes in geometric and sizes and all that. It's a frame made right to left, CNC, and then we have a few bolts here to tie it, and then glue all over, and then only a few bolts also in the seat post. Same with the rear end, it's just bolt with a centerpiece, one side to the other. I'm really happy, honestly, like super happy with the bike. We've been working quite a lot to develop, but amazing. Really good components too, so it makes it. So I would say this is a really balanced bike. That's the main thing I like it. That I could make it the way I want it, and it's pretty much the way I would like it to be. So I would say that it's a bike that doesn't do anything amazing, it just does everything really good. So I'm still hurt from Leuven. I hurt my heel pretty bad, but still we'll give it a go and try and see how we go.
Yeah, so in the Atherton pits here, can you tell me what's going on inside this big truck?
Inside this truck is my house. This is where I live.
Okay, let's do a tour then.
First you come in, you got the riders' lockers, all the stuff that is kept behind there, including Andy's sunglasses. It's very special for them apparently. A little bit of a kitchen, pretty basic. We've just got like a little hob we need to cook anything, microwave, coffee machine. The fridge is usually pretty well stocked. Oh, there's a bit of champagne, some schnapps and a Schladmingen. Very essential for the mechanics. I'll show you the workshop, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a workshop, drawers sort of set out, any parts we need, stem, saddles, they're all full, cleaners, lubes, oils, stuff like that. Smaller parts are in here, and upstairs above there we keep all our tyres and rims and stuff that we don't need bulking down here. And we can go upstairs, see what's going on up there. Quite often when it's warm the riders like to hang out here because we've got the aircon going. Shower room, toilet, bath, sink, and then this is where the mechanics and Nick the camera guy sleep. So this is our humble abode.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Good setup on the road.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Always have my own space, all my stuff's where I need it. Like these are all drawers with all our stuff in it, so we don't have to live out of a suitcase, which is quite nice. It's a bit low in here, but it's not too bad. You can sit down. You can go onto the roof through the skylight, so sometimes if there's too many people in the pits and you need a little bit of space, just hop up onto the roof.
without reinforced. Just a new.
You look real through fucking wheels. I'm still in the same backbone.
Really?
Yeah. It's fucked now, but it's done massive dent in that backbone now. But you know when you hit something hard?
Yeah.
I'm James McAllister. I'm Dakota's Norton's mechanic, and we're just mentioning his tall stack height on his front end, which seems to get a lot of attention from a lot of people. But he really prefers it. Feels like he is able to stand up and really relax and really attack that way instead of being hunched over the front. He still gets good front wheel traction, but really heavy on the feet, light in the hands, and yeah, he runs a 20 mil here, 10 mil on the stack on the headset, so it's actually 30. And then his stack here puts his bars exactly where he wants them, and then 40 mil on the bars themselves too.
We're in Val di Sole. I guess it's probably justified at this place, huh?
Yeah, it is. But interestingly enough, he likes to run that everywhere. So no difference from last week at Leo Gang.
Isn't it?
Yeah, so this is Matt's prototype bike. It's an amalgamation of a bike that we've been working on for a while. It was sort of derived from the older bike, although it doesn't look the same. We had a brake arm on that bike to separate the suspension and the braking. So yeah, we've kind of just refined that into a new frame to allow all that to work properly and be a bit neater and look like a bike rather than something that's just bolted on. So
Lots of change.
Yeah, there is. It's like a multi-link bike, although ours is sort of effectively single pivot with a link driven shock. It's there's a bit more going on. Effectively got a concentric pivot at the back end that allows the rear end to move whilst under braking. Makes the braking more efficient, allows them to slow down that much better. Stops that wheel locking up. So yeah, got a bit more going on.
So this year, at Val di Sole, typically we think of Val di Sole as a pretty brake-heavy track for us. Suspension-wise, it's going to depend a little bit on what the track looks like. So they'll drop their suspension off right now, we'll service it, go through, clean everything up, and then when they come back after track walk and kind of download on like what they're thinking the changes to the track look like, we'll then kind of address what we're going to go through. This year's kind of funny because the juniors will practice today, so we even get a little bit of ride-in today. We'll try to prioritize, obviously, getting the junior stuff out before noon so they can get it back on their bike and practice this afternoon. But setup-wise, it'll vary. Definitely some athletes will want to sort of tweak some stuff, external settings, whereas other athletes are kind of like, I've been here before. Unless there's drastic changes to the track, we won't really. We'll kind of run what they're used to, and we'll go from there. But yeah, weather dependent and track dependent on what kind of adjustments we'll make.
Why are mechanics so secretive about their riders' torque settings and shock settings?
I think they're just sort of that proprietary information what they want to hang on to, and we try to obviously respect that. We want to track if anyone's way off, but at this point it's the third round, so between preseason testing and the first two World Cup downhill rounds, we've kind of gotten everybody pretty dialed, ideally on air pressure token, kind of a range that we sort of fall into, and then identify what tools a rider or a mechanic has to make adjustments as the track changes, or dependent on before they ride what they need to change. But yeah, it's kind of secret information, which is kind of, it's good. It's what they want.